Top story tonight at 11. A Rhode Island man has seen enough and is now spending his own money to help house the state's growing homeless population. Thanks for joining us. I'm John DeLuca.
And I'm Tiffany Murphy. ABC 6 News anchor Alyssa Azar spoke to him about how he wants to help the state in a big way.
6 weeks ago, Providence College graduate David O'Connor took matters into his own hands, attempting to tackle Rhode Island's homelessness crisis.
After the Da Vinci Center closed down the second time in January, I had called and tried to come up with a solution. I started putting people in Airbnbs, hotels, and then some other properties that we're working with. And I've worked with over 150 individuals.
O'Connor says after seeing the great lengths advocates were going to provide a warm place to stay for the state's homeless population, he simply couldn't sit by.
This is not the ideal way of doing things, but the reality is if I'm able to do these things and see positive change as one person with the support of some others, then if we have 6 months to plan, there's no reason why this is going to continue next year.
He's been fortunate to travel across the country and internationally, focusing on community work, and wants to model his work locally after a program he came across in Kansas City, Missouri, called Artists Helping the Homeless.
That has actually significantly reduced the financial burden on Kansas City by creating a system that does not allow folks to get discharged. And if we bring them into housing and stabilize them, not only will they be able to be in a space to heal and get back on their feet, but it'll actually save tax dollars.
O'Connor says it's not realistic for people to turn their lives around when they are being kicked out of a shelter at 7 a.m., especially after spending time in prison or rehab.
I can't even go grocery shopping until 9 o'clock, even if I did get up at 7. There's not things that people can actually go do to get resumes, so it doesn't make sense that we're forcing people out.
He's put his own money into getting people off the streets, as well as money raised through a GoFundMe page. O'Connor says he still needs more funding and more resources.
If an organization wants to step up, I'm just trying to demonstrate that there's a way to do this. And if we have the right resources, we can make it even better. I am no way saying that this was a perfect initiative, but we cannot continue to stand by idly and say, oh, next month.
In the last 6 weeks, O'Connor has consistently housed around 100 people. Next week, hear about the cost breakdown to help the homeless community and one person that's been helping O'Connor along the way. In Providence, Alyssa Azara, ABC 6 News.